गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, Sri Satya Sai Baba, and a loving Sai Ram to each and every one of you. By the grace of our beloved Swami, we have been able to bring today's program to you in order to mark the 10th year since the formation of Greater Manchester Sai Centre in 2010. However, as some of you will appreciate, our humble beginnings were started by devotion and dedication of Sai devotees from Manchester, Ashton and Oldham regions over several decades. I felt it was important to recognize the contributions made by our founding Sai Centres. Therefore, today you will get to hear first-hand experience from Jairam Bhai Patel, Dinesh Bhai Mistry and Ashok Bhai Sisodia on their respective backgrounds from their activities. We are very fortunate in being able to compile some pictures from the Greater Manchester Science Centre era, and also some activities, some of the pictures from the activities undertaken during the Greater Manchester Science Centre 10-year period. The Greater Manchester Science Centre has been very fortunate over the past years by having had very musically talented young adults who are also extremely active participants in our centre activities. Some of them have moved back to their home countries. However, as part of today's celebration, we are very grateful to them, including Tulasi, Gopi, Naveen, and Rajaram, who have been working hard in the background with Harish, our spiritual coordinator, to produce the musical offerings specifically used in today's program, including the Sarva Dharma Universal Prayer and the Aarti you will be witnessing today. So I'd like to thank them all for their ongoing commitment to our Science Centre, even from remotely. Furthermore, Harish Thampi, as you know, he's our spiritual coordinator. He was instrumental in setting up the Greater Manchester Science Centre. Today we've also made a provision after the Aarti for devotees to meet and greet in the Zoom session. While this is still a virtual meeting and a virtual celebration environment, it is really the spirit that counts. After all, we are all one big Sai family. I hope you will enjoy today's program. Jai Sai Ram.
My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Swami. Sai Ram everyone. Wish you all a very happy Dashera. I would like to share some memories that I have about Greater Manchester Sai Centre. First and foremost are my SSC friends. Our SSC classes were really fun-filled. Sanjay Uncle's stories, Ravi Uncle's Veda classes, and our dear Vasanti aunties after SSC snacks. She always used to bring my favorite chocolate cookies. I also remember the wonderful bhajan sessions of which we SSC students also used to be a part of. Thank you Swami for giving us an opportunity to be a part of Sai Centre Greater Manchester. I would like to sing a bhajan which is one of the favorite of my SSC friends. Jai Sai Ram. Jagatishwari daya karo ma, Shiva Shankari कृपा करो माँ, साईश्वरी रक्ष करो माँ, परतीश्वरी भला करो माँ, शिव शंकरी कृपा करो माँ, जगदीश्वरी दया करो माँ, शिव शंकरी कृपा करो माँ.
परम दया घन दीन जनावन साई गोपाल जय गोविंद जय गोपाल जय गोविंद जय गोपाल माधव मुरहर मुरली गोपाल जय गोविंद जय गोपाल जय गोविंद जय गोपाल
साईनाथ के चरणों में आओ, मन मंदिर में दीप जलाओ, जीवन हार लगाओ, जीवन पार लगाओ, सदा निरंतर हरि गुण गाओ।
दया करो साई नारायण श्री साई नारायण साई श्री साई नारायण परतीश्वर सत्य साईश्वर दया करो साई नारायण श्री साई नारायण साई श्री साई नारायण
చుక్కలన్నీయు బ్రహ్మ చుక్కలన్నీయు బ్రహ్మ సూర్యుండు అది బ్రహ్మ చుక్కలన్నీయు బ్రహ్మ సూర్యుండు అది బ్రహ్మ చంద్రుడన్నను బ్రహ్మ జలము బ్రహ్మ చంద్రుడన్నను బ్రహ్మ జలము బ్రహ్మ స్వర్గమన్నను బ్రహ్మ వైకుంఠమది బ్రహ్మ స్వర్గమన్నది బ్రహ్మ వైకుంఠమది బ్రహ్మ తల్లి అన్నను బ్రహ్మ తండ్రి బ్రహ్మ భాగ్యమన్నను బ్రహ్మ వాలభ్యమది బ్రహ్మ జీవరాశులు బ్రహ్మ జీవి బ్రహ్మ పుట్టించుటది బ్రహ్మ పోషించుటది బ్రహ్మ పుట్టించుటది బ్రహ్మ పోషించుటది బ్రహ్మ గిట్టించుటది బ్రహ్మ గృహిణి బ్రహ్మ కర్మలన్నీయు బ్రహ్మ కర్మలన్నీయు బ్రహ్మ కాయంబు బ్రహ్మ ప్రకృతి అంతయు బ్రహ్మ ప్రాణంబు అది బ్రహ్మ ప్రకృతి అంతయు బ్రహ్మ ప్రాణంబు అది బ్రహ్మ సర్వమంతయు బ్రహ్మ ఈ సభయు బ్రహ్మ సత్యమును తెలుపునట్టి ఈ సాయి బ్రహ్మ సత్యమును తెలుపునట్టి ఈ సాయి బ్రహ్మ
Sai Ram to all listeners from Jairambai Patel, Sterling Bridge. Swami has said time and again that I do my work myself and you are only being used as my instrument. So prior to the takeover of Manchester Sai Centre in 1983, we had at least 5,000 visitors at our home to witness the miracles and leelas that happened at 39 Renal Road. We ran the centre from that address for the next 18 years. When I say we ran it, I actually do mean that we all have been made his instruments. Activities included weekly bhajan meeting, weekly Bal Vikas classes to run 3 classes by 3 Bal Vikas Gurus, study circle for some period, and monthly seva activities involving devotees from other surrounding centres. Bhajan attendance was about 30 to 35 weekly. The main feature of the centre was the organisation of the seva program in Longside Library every month or so, with about 30 volunteers to cook food and bring old people in their 17 and 80s to the place and entertain them with programs with Bal Vikas children and adults. We had at least 6 to 7 cars to bring them from old people homes. Also, we had a van with tail lift from Manchester Social Services Department to bring old people with wheelchairs, and I was given that task to drive that one. We also invited their caretakers and fed everybody with drinks and food. In total, the attendance was about 50 to 60 people, including volunteers. We also picked up some of our Bal Vikas children from their homes and dropped them off every week after the classes. As a centre, we have been able to put up children's program at local level and national level in conjunction with other centres. Apart from these activities, the centre carried out all religious festivals and also Akhand bhajans for 24 hours almost every year. The whole house was used extensively for this purpose, including 9 days of Navratri and the Laksharchans. It was an honour bestowed upon us by Swami to carry out his mission from this very house. We also organised the pilgrimages to Puttaparthi as groups and had interviews with Swami as groups. It was a great surprise to know in one of our interviews with Swami that he knew all the layout of our home, and he also told one of the devotees to go and do the meditation upstairs in our puja room. It has been exhilarating and amazing time we had during those years. Sai Ram.
My dear brothers and sisters, Sai Ram to you all. Today we are going to talk about the Oldham Sai Centre, how it started, its achievements, and finally its merger with the Greater Manchester Sai Centre. Of course, to condense some 30 years of the Oldham Sai Centre activities into some 3-4 minute talk is impossible. The only thing we can do is to give you a flavour of things as they unfolded over the years. Back in the late 1970s, my brother and I had heard so much about Sai Baba that we wanted to do something in Oldham. So, with the help of friends and family, we started bhajans from my brother's house in Fern Street in Oldham. Soon, other families came forward wanting us to do bhajans from their houses too. This went on for some time, but then we decided that it'd be better to have one fixed place. Luckily, I had some commercial property on Ashton Road in Oldham, so we started our weekly activities from there. After some time, a kind lady in the name of Ratan came forward and offered her house for our Sai activities. Her house was much more central for everybody. The number of devotees started to increase. We even had a large number of English devotees who would attend our weekly bhajans. We had a very successful Bal Vikas group. Some 45 students would attend every week. Believe it or not, 2 of our Bal Vikas gurus were English. We had tremendous support from all the other Sai centres in our region. Oldham Sai Centre was now firmly and well established. We would hire great venues like the Chaliton Town Hall, the Royton Assembly Hall, the Wornath Music Hall and the Indian Association. Mrs. Shivagan, who was then the National Chair for UK Council, would frequently come up to Oldham to support our programmes. We even took large groups of devotees to Puttaparthi. Unfortunately, Mrs. Ruthenman was emigrating to Canada, so we moved all our activities to my house in Chariton. As the years rolled by, we had many great bhajan singers, great instrumentalists. We undertook many seva projects. One in particular was helping out at our local blind centre to produce what was known as the talking newspaper. So many young devotees were now coming regularly. One in particular was Dr. Harish Thampi. His vision was to combine all the three Sai centres, i.e. Manchester, Ashton and Oldham, into one. We all agreed, and in 2010 the Greater Manchester Sai Centre was born. So as we come to the end of our talk, let us remember and thank all those who came forward, dedicated their time and effort to keep the Oldham Sai Centre alive for over 30 years. We shall always love and cherish the memories of all those lovely devotees who came into our lives. Brothers and sisters, I believe people move in and out of our lives, and each one leaves their mark on you, so that you find you are made up of bits and pieces of all those who have touched your life. You are more because of it, and you are less if they had not touched you. Jai Sai Ram.
Jai Sai Ram to everybody. Swami has always said that nothing can ever happen without his divine will and sacrifices of others. Ashton Sai Centre has witnessed this over 35 years. Our respected elders and devotees, with so much love and faith, supported all activities and all the programs with so much love and faith in Swami, that even their children, and now even their children, are appreciative of Sai's teachings and love. So when Swami decided to merge the three Sai centers into one 10 years ago, some devotees were jubilant, and many with heavy heart, they had to accept this. Without remembering the sacrifices of the elders, this would not have been possible. Jai Sai Ram to you all.
Sai Ram everyone. I was asked to say a few words for this occasion given my involvement 10 years ago in helping combine the three centres of Manchester, Ashton and Oldham into the Sai Centre of Greater Manchester. As Dinesh Uncle has just reminded us, nothing can happen without Swami's divine will, and therefore when I look back to my involvement at that time, all of us who were involved in the process were simply instruments helping drive the changes. Change can be unsettling, as we are all currently experiencing, and so I've been thinking back to why I, as a newcomer, first suggested making such a big change, especially when the centres were all established, each with much history and activity, as we have heard from Jairam Uncle and Ashok Uncle earlier. As a newcomer though, I was seeing small numbers in each, many of whom, like me, were anyway already attending each of the other centres. Bringing all of these members together into one bigger, united Sai Centre of Greater Manchester therefore seemed a sensible idea. With the support of all three centres, the process was started, and Swami's guiding hand was clearly visible as one by one the requirements to merge the centres were met. Most importantly, finding the venue that we still use to this day, just down the road from the old Manchester Centre venue. Not only with ample space and storage facilities, but amazingly at no cost to us for many years after the merger. Lastly, I want to reflect upon this idea of unity. Swami has reminded us about the importance and strength that comes with unity, and as we have seen over these 10 years, by coming together, we have been able to flourish in terms of service activities, improved quality of weekly bhajans, study circles and SSE classes. However, unity is more than that. In Swami's own words, unity is not the combination of many, it is the realization of oneness. Jai Sai Ram.
ఈ విచారం కూడా చాలా చెడ్డది.
And worry, too many thoughts is also bad.
వరి
Worry for everything.
ఏదైనా వచ్చింది పోతుంది, ఎట్ట వచ్చిందో అట్టే పోతుంది, అంతేగాని నాకేం తప్పు లేదు అని అనుకో.
Even if worries come, yes, enter in the feeling, this too will pass. It has come now, it is bound to go. Have that feeling.
ఎప్పుడు ప్రేమతో ఉండండి.
We should spend our time constantly with love.
నవ్వుతూ ఉండాలి.
And we should love and smile, laugh.
ఆ నవ్వుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ ప్రేమ సహజంగా వస్తుంది.
Then once you laugh and smile, naturally the love within you manifests automatically.
కానీ కొంతమంది మొహం చూస్తే చాలా క్యాస్టైడ్ ఫేస్ మాదిరిగా ఉంటుంది.
But the faces of some people are so serious, long castor oil faces.
ఎప్పుడు నవ్వుతూ ఉండదా.
Smile all the way.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
Happy, be happy. Happy, make others happy. All
ॐ तत्सत् श्रीनारायण तु पुरुषोत्तम गुरुतु सिद्धबुद्धतु स्कन्दविनायक सविता पावकतु सविता पावकतु ब्रह्ममश्चतु यहवशक्तितु येषु पिता प्रभुतु रुद्रविष्णुतु रामकृष्णतु रहीमतावतु रहीमतावतु वासुदेव गो विश्वरूपतु चिदानन्द हरितु अद्वितीयतु अकालनिर्भय आत्मलिङ्ग शिवतु आत्मलिङ्ग शिवतु आत्मलिङ्ग शिवतु ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक परति महेश्वरा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्व प्राणपते स्वामी सर्व प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियन्दयु नीवे स्वामी मरियन्दयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी ॐ साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ॐ जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण नारायण ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ सत्यनारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरु गुरुदेवा शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।